Almost a year ago, Taiwan's military made history by using this drone helicopter for the first time in a military exercise. The drone provides ground troops with information from above and helps soldiers become more aware of the battlefield. Even though the aircraft was only used briefly, it signaled a new era in Taiwan's military strategy as it looks to prepare for a possible conflict with China.
And I think the way we're seeing that in terms of both the future of warfare, and particularly when you're on the strategic defense like Taiwan, is moving towards larger numbers of lower cost uncrewed systems.
Outnumbered, outgunned, and faced with growing threats from Beijing, the military here is moving towards an asymmetric defense strategy and putting a greater emphasis on technology to close that gap.
Asymmetric capabilities usually refer to especially land-based systems because of their mobility, systems that have a small logistics footprint that is harder for China to target, um, and also sort of unmanned systems.
China boasts the world's largest navy and threatens to invade Taiwan to enforce its claims over the country. That's why Taiwan is going all out to develop what it calls a drone fleet, mass producing a variety of unmanned systems to boost its defense.
The Ukrainians did this with drones in the Black Sea. Like, they've been using drones very, very well to spot for their ground-based anti-ship systems.
Ukraine's use of drones to get an overhead view of the battlefield and attack Russian positions has highlighted the advantages of using drones, and Taiwan is following suit. At one of Taiwan's largest weapons expos, new kamikaze drones took center stage and showed off the country's progress. They're much cheaper than traditional missiles, and by swarming an enemy with dozens of these aircraft, they're much more likely to hit their target. But analysts say that Taiwan would need thousands of these drones to create an effective defense. And with more drones from countries like the US on the way, analysts say that the military will need to properly train its troops on how to use these systems.
Well, I think the war in Ukraine has taught us many lessons, but one of those lessons is that you can have a lot of fancy stuff, but if your troops are not adequately trained to use it, you're not going to have the success that you expect.
Taiwan says that more than 100 of these kamikaze drones will be built by 2025, and the military is hoping to incorporate more unmanned systems into its exercises in the coming years as it prepares for the future of warfare. Devin, Tsai, and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.